Hello everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Paula. I am a 3D animator and I want to make this video because I want to help those college students who are considering 3D animation as their career. If you want to follow me on social media, I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Here it is, Paula Animator. So so let's get started on 10 advice for college students who wants to get into 3D animation. Okay, so the first advice is managing your time. So what you can do when you manage your time, you can use a planner. This is one of the planner I got from Amazon, or you can use your own phone and set up notification for any deadline for your animation project. And the reason why is when it comes to 3D animation, it can be hard at first, but once you get the hang of it, it can take around 5 to 7 hours of animating. Sometimes you could spend up more time, like if you have to work overnight to meet the deadline. That happens a lot in college. I would say the best time to work on the project is on the weekend, any free times you have, or on the holidays. And I would suggest try not to procrastinate too much, because when you procrastinate on your animation project, as the deadline gets closer, then you have to end up rushing, and you wouldn't like to rush on your project. Advice number 2 is dorm versus commuting as a college student. If you want to live in the dorm, there are some upside. You don't have to worry about being late for a bus, train, needing to use a car, unless you live somewhere remote, and if you have to drive somewhere, that's different. I live in the city, so there are bus and trains, which is good as an option. And when you live in the dorm, you can carry your art supplies with you, because there will be times where you have to take art classes, or you have to bring a lot of stuff with you. And of course, the downside of living in the dorm is the pricing. The dorms can get really expensive. If you can commute, which is what I do, I commute in college. I live with my family. I would say it's good because there are healthier food options, like I can cook, or I also have my stuff in my room. You can have your stuff in the dorm, but you might have to share with someone else in the room, whereas I had to commute to college, and then when I'm done, I go back home. It's nice to see my pet and my family. The downside is you have to worry about being late for a bus or a train, and then being late for class. Some professors can be very strict if you are late, and that can influence the grade. If you have a car, then you will have to consider parking as well. You can save money with commuting. I would use a card. The card can change money, and I would tap the card for a bus or a train. That's a plus when it comes to commuting versus the dorm. Okay, so the third advice would be having a website to showcase your animation work. So it is really important, because when you are creating your animation work, and if you also have social media, you really want to show your work as professionally as you can. I would like to show you my website. Okay, so here is my website. So this is the home page. This is my 3D animation, and here's my 2D animation. And then for projects, I would show like the internships I have done, which is important. You should do internship as an animation student. This is one of my personal projects I am working on. Anything you are working on, be sure to showcase it on your animation website. These are all of my social media links. And I have the task for 2D and also 3D. And make sure you have an about page. So the fourth advice I would like to give is a portable recording device. So it's really important for things like if you need to record your own sound for the project, walking on sand when there's a beach, it can be hard to find that kind of sound. You can look for free sounds on the website online, but pretty much if everybody is using those same sound, it doesn't look really nice for the animation. I want to show an image. So here's an image of the recording device that I use. This is what I'm using right now to talk in this video. You can use this not only for your animation project but also for recording your voice, or if you want to make your own videos, I highly suggest this. You can also plug in your headphone and you can hear the sounds really clearly when you are recording your own sound. And then when you're done, you can plug the device into your laptop and you can use it for editing the sound in your computer on a program, something like Adobe Audition. The fifth advice I would like to give is discount or free programs. When it comes to 3D programs or any programs you want to use, you can either pay for them at a discount like Adobe or Maya, or you can download for free like Blender. Let me show you the website. Okay, so here's an example of Blender. Blender is a great free 3D program that you can download. I use this a lot for my 3D animation project. Like right now, Blender, there are so many great updates. You can like do modeling, sculpting, VFX, animation. You can even do 2D animation in it. It's just an amazing free program. You can download this. And as a 3D animation student, you have to set up an account. But Unreal Engine is a great program that you can get for free. It is used for both video game and movie production. Just little warning, it can be pretty intensive on the laptop. Here is Maya. So here's an example. Look, Maya is really expensive, but the best part is if you are a college student, you can get Maya for free. Motion Builder is good for motion tracking. So if you have some sort of motion tracking, or if the college provides it, you can use Motion Builder. It is annual. You can renew it as long as you're a college student. You can get it for free. But if you want to use other free program free of charge, or you can purchase only once, well, I found this image called Adobe Alternative. These are the other programs you can use. I mean, in college, they encourage you to use Adobe programs because It's like the industry standard. But I mean, if you're planning to freelance, make your own work, and you don't want to pay annually, or you only want to pay once or get it for free, here are the alternatives. Okay, so the sixth advice I want to show is eBooks or discounted books. When it comes to being a college student, everybody knows that you have to buy books, and it can cost sometimes hundreds of dollars for a brand new book. Here's an example. So this is like considered the Bible for animation work. I got it physically, but the biggest downside is look how big this book is. This book is as big as my laptop is 17 inches. I'll get to that later in the video. But what if I can say you can get ebooks for free? I love this website. If you want free ebooks, go to G Library. This website is amazing. If you make an account, you can download 10 free ebooks every single day. It resets in 24 hours. And look at all of these amazing books that you could just download on your laptop or on your phone. 10 free books. Make sure that you are connected to a strong Wi-Fi. Books, it looks like they have articles as well. So that's what it's called, G Library. You can get 10 free ebooks. So sometime you can get a file, something called EPUB, and if you cannot open on your laptop for whatever reason, I recommend Calibre ebook management. You can download it. It supports multiple devices, which is awesome, and I use it to convert from EPUB to PDF format. But if for whatever reason, it can depend on the professor, or I'm sure they will allow ebooks, but if somehow you cannot get ebook of the book that you need, make sure that you can get books at a discounted price. Look for a sale online. If you have a bookstore, at the college bookstore, there should be discount sales. In my bookstore at my university, I can buy ebooks, but unfortunately not all books have the option for ebooks. So this is why it's good to have a sale. But if you can buy ebooks, that's like the cheapest option. Make sure that you can rent books as well. If you can rent them or buy an old book, even better. Anything to help save money as a college student, you're good to go. The seventh advice would be record yourself. So what do I mean by that? Well, when you are an animation student and you are animating a character, let's say you have never animated a character cooking, right? Like you have the character with a knife and they're chopping up some vegetables, but you have never animated that. So what do if you cannot find the reference online? Well, you can use your phone and prop it somewhere and record yourself acting it out. If you can get a stand, have a phone stand just popped up somewhere, record yourself acting, pretending to cook. Honestly, I'm not a great actor, but just do your best, use anything for reference, and then you can use that video itself as a reference for your animation project. In Maya and Blender, you can use a video format in the background as a video reference. In In Maya, I believe make sure you go into the settings and something about changing to once, so that way the animation pacing is not too fast, something like that. But yeah, just make sure the settings are properly set up and you can pose your character, the wrist, the legs, the arm, the fingers, match it up along with the video, and then you can delete the video reference, and then it looks great. But then you can go back and revise. You can exaggerate certain motion to make the character look more believable when it comes to acting. Otherwise, it will look too stiff. So it's good for those who are still learning. I'm still learning, but I'm pretty sure once you get the hang of it, you don't really need reference. Or you can go on YouTube, and if you find a video that you like, you can push the arrow buttons and go back and forth frame by frame, and that can help for your animation project. The 8th advice I would give is following the rules. So what do I mean by that? So when you have to follow the rules in an animation project, you want to make sure the quality is up there. So for example, you might get some sort of requirement from the professor, and they will tell you make sure the video is at least 1 minute to 30 seconds long or 2 minutes long, disregarding the ending credit, right? Don't use the ending credit as filler. Make sure that the video is 1920 by 1080 high definition. These are like some of the examples I can think of. 24 frames per second, that's another one. And external hard drives, you need them. You need them, it's a requirement, because your laptop the space is going to eat up so fast. It's like, I mean, if you make videos, you already know, but if it's new, there are projects, videos, and it would just take up a lot of space from your laptop, and you need an external hard drive. Use that for backup. You can also use a cloud like Google Drive. Have a Google account. If you have a Google account, you can upload your work to the cloud. If you can, I believe you can go to a store, buy a Google Play card, and then pay yearly for the storage. I would say that's even better, because backup is important. The last thing you want is all of your hard work to get corrupted or deleted, or you accidentally spilled water on the laptop. You never know what happened. If you lose your project and it's the deadline, that's not good. You may have to repeat a class, and you don't want that. Back up your work. Please back up your work. That's really important as a 3D animation student. It can really help save a lot of time if anything happens for some reason. Okay, so advice number 9 would be make your own animation. So what do I mean by that? You know, in college, you do your usual bouncing ball animation, doing a walk cycle, flower sack animation, something that everybody does in class, right? However, I highly suggest, if you can, make your own animation, make your own passion project. If you have your own animation or a project you want to work on in your own free time, please do it. I know that sometimes you have a lot of homework in other class, and that's normal as a college student, so sometimes it's good to wait until the summer here's an example. So this is one of my passion projects. I am creating this 3D model. So I made the front and back side. I also made the side. There you go. Oh, here's the side as well. But yeah, I mean, if you can make your own passion projects, do it. I have been working on this over the summer. I'm still working on it. It's great because you can learn new skills on your own. Use Google, YouTube. There's so many great resources online for free. I'm making like my own 3D VTuber avatar that became pretty popular recently. Here is an example. So 51 great animation exercises. So this website is great for practicing the exercise. It starts from easy all the way to difficult. So these would be great for working on your animation portfolio. The final advice I want to give is, here's the 10th advice: laptop choice matters. I say that because as a college student, you usually see college student with like thin laptop. It can be Apple laptop typically. However, if you are a 3D animation student, you really need a powerful laptop, and they can be expensive, but I would say it's worth it. Have you heard the term time is money? And I believe that is true because any money that you spend on a laptop, it must be a good laptop for rendering, and as the project gets bigger, you don't want any lag or the program to crash. Here is Best Laptop for Animation 2021 guide. It updated recently, July 31, 2021. So let's go to the very last section. This is what the website recommended, which is this one and this one. So the laptop I am currently using, well, maybe not sold out. It's not available in new condition. But this is the laptop I'm using. It can be considered as a gaming laptop, but I highly suggest getting a powerful laptop that has CPU, GPU, RAM. They could be considered a gaming laptop. In fact, I use it for virtual reality, and this laptop handles it with no issue. NVIDIA, they do a great job for animation and video content. It helps a lot with rendering, especially when you are on a strict deadline. The computer lab will be full, and if you cannot use the computer lab, you have your laptop, and you'll have no issues rendering videos and animation, and you can make it to the deadline. So laptop choice matters. if you hear something in the background, that is my bird Fluffy. Hello Fluffy. So that's my bird. That is it. That is my top 10 advice for those college students who are considering 3D animation. Now that I am entering into my senior year, I'm working on my bachelor's 4-year degree for animation, but I've been focusing more on 3D animation because that is what I like. But yeah, I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you like it, I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching my video. Have an awesome day. Bye.